Hi, I'm Tammy Johnson. I've had my implants for 2 weeks, so this is all brand new for me, and just wanted to share with you three good things that I've experienced and three bad things that I've experienced. The very first thing that I noticed would be the cost. Was a concern for me, but we'll get to that a little bit later on in the video. But in the meantime, there's a cost guide that you can just click on the link below. And again, we'll get to that a little further in the video. My number three bad was my concerns about pain. I had a previous really bad experience, and I was just really worried about how I would heal. I personally am a diabetic, and so my pain and healing was absolutely a concern. Even though I was so concerned about the pain, I went in with a positive attitude, and I was looking forward to actually not having to go through more long-term pain. So it was a temporary thing. Actually, day 2 after my surgery, I felt fantastic. Day 3, I did experience a little bit more pain. I would say days 3 through 9. I did have some more pain, but again, it was a surgery, and I'm only 2 weeks out, and I feel fantastic. I did not have my extractions done by Nuvia. They were done elsewhere, and I had a super horrifying experience. I ended up actually in the hospital with sepsis. And the reason why I came with Nuvia is because after the bad experience I had, I wanted to do my research. And I researched things to death. And my husband did as well, because he was concerned with all the things that had happened. I had past health issues as well. I am a diabetic. And so I was a little worried about, are they going to be able to work with me because of my health situation? I did have a little bit of a delay. I had to get my A1C down in order to have my procedure done. But looking back at that, I'm so thankful, because Nuvia's first concern was making sure that I had my full medical clearance, that everything was good, so I didn't go through the past experience that I had already been through. My number 3 good is I was put out. Had great sleep, even though the process and procedure doesn't take long at all. I felt like I had just a really good nap. When I came to, I felt good. I wasn't all groggy. In fact, after I had my procedure, I went out and grabbed something to eat. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. My number 2 bad was I talk for a living. And I was super concerned about my speech. I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to talk naturally. But as I mentioned before, I'm only 2 weeks out. And even though I have a little bit of a lisp, it's very nominal, and I feel confident then when I am on the phone with my clients and customers that I can speak naturally and feel good about about the way I talk. My good number 2, and this is a super important one for me, is confidence. When I had made the choice to have my teeth removed, and I had been in a full set of dentures prior to coming to Nuvia, my confidence honestly went down the toilet bowl. Just as far as my mental health, my emotional health, intimacy was a huge concern. I didn't want to go out to eat. I didn't want to be seen. And now Nuvia has given me a smile within 24 hours. I didn't have to wait forever. And now I can go out to eat, and I don't have to hide in the corner anymore. It's just unbelievable. And just being able to go out in public is huge. Just made a world of difference for me. Well, my number 1 bad was the cost. That was a huge worry for me as far as cost. I'm not used to, putting money into myself. But as I mentioned before, my self-confidence was just not in a good place. And I needed to get my confidence back. I wanted to get me back. But yeah, cost was absolutely a worry. And I discussed it with my husband and told him I needed to do this for me. And the great thing is that, Nuvia does have a lot of different options. as far as financing. Thankfully, we had an HSA, which was an option for us as well. And one of my biggest frustrations in the past was I had checked out other places and I didn't get upfront pricing. I didn't know what it was going to cost. It was going to take forever, months and months of appointments, but they wouldn't actually give me a cost. When I came in for my first appointment, I got upfront pricing. And so I knew exactly what it was going to cost, and we looked at different options. And if, you are curious as far as what the cost is going to be, just look at the link below. There's upfront pricing. There's no hidden cost. So you'll know upfront what you're looking at. So my number one good is the fact that I was able to get permanent teeth in 24 hours. I had talked to other dental clinics, and, like I mentioned before, it was going to take months and months of appointments, and I didn't want to continue on that track of, not being able to go out to eat and wanting to sit in the corner, not even wanting to go to the grocery store because I was ashamed and embarrassed of how I looked. With Nuvia, I literally went in one day, had my surgery, and following day, I already had my teeth. And I said, I went out to eat right after I had my teeth put in, which was amazing. So yeah, it's just been fantastic that they were able to do that. And I said, again, I'm 2 weeks out, guys. This is 2 weeks. And I didn't have to experience bruising, very minimal pain. And here I am, and this smiling again. I had so many concerns and issues before I did this. For those who are worried about the cost, as I was, take care of you first. Life is too short. And for me, just being able to have the confidence back, intimacy with my husband again, which I know may sound silly, but I was in a depressive funk before when I didn't have my teeth. Illness had affected me in so many negative ways. Now I can proudly go out to eat. I can go anywhere, and I'm smiling all the time. I feel so much more confident with everything in my life. And I said, this is only 2 weeks. So I've got a lifetime of a smile to go. And I'm so thankful that I made the decision, and all of the things that I was worried about. The pain, yes, it was there, but it was minimal. I didn't have a whole lot of bruising. Some people have a lot of problems with that. I was fortunate, but I did my icing and did all the things that they tell you that you should do. And like I said, I'm just looking forward to having a lifetime of smiles again.